excited to welcome Ollie Hayes back to Totally Music. He's joined me to chat about his new single, Wildflower. Ollie, welcome back. How have you been?
I've been very good, thank you.
Good. So you've just released your song Wildflower. Would you like to tell us about it?
Yes, I have just released my song Wildflower. So it's I think it's probably the most fun song I've released in a while. It's kind of like the most upbeat song of the next kind of bunch of songs I think
Nice.
I've got coming.
So what inspired the creation of the song?
So the song actually came, the riff at the start, last January, I did like about a month and a half of just writing every day, all the time. And the riff was one of the things I did on the first or second week of that. I was like, okay, must do something with that. And then when I kind of put together enough songs to kind of make an album and things, it's like, it started, when you go, oh, it's done, and then you go, no, it's not. So it was the same with Dinner in Joburg as well. That was very late. But Wildflower was after Dinner in Joburg, I think. And yeah, that riff was the first thing that I came back to and kind of then was like, okay, we'll do something with that. And then it was very much like, which was something I kind of did with Rob Hodgkinson yesterday. Was like, you get a bit, finish the bit, and then you have something to kind of go from. It wasn't like, I did the whole thing. It was like, okay, I've got a verse, and then I've got somewhere else. It needs to go somewhere else, and then needs to go. And it was kind of a bit like a jigsaw, really, just sort of making everything fit. Kind of. I think that's answered, right? I think I covered everything there.
So is there a story behind the song?
Sort of. Wildflower was a filler, like a da da da. When you like, sometimes when I write, I'm sure other people do it as well. You like speak gibberish.
Yeah.
And then so the gibberish was da da da. And it was like Wildflower, and it kind of became okay. That's it. That's why it like just. Wildflower sounds like a name in the like lyrics, but Wildflower is really just syllabically correct when I was making it. And the rest of the verses are different things put into one story, basically. There are lots of different situations, basically, that I was in. That was that one, and then so. Yes, basically.
Nice.
So it's really like hodgepodge, like cobbled together of a song. It really is the most.
Fits together well.
Oh, thank you for saying that. But yeah, that's the story of it, the writing of it.
So do you feel like there was any challenges during the creation of the song, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, it was difficult to finish, like it because I had like the Wildflower verses bit, and then it was always like, it needs a chorus. So it was like, okay, verse, and then where does it go? And then it's like, I don't know. And then I just kind of just played in a different. So it was very much like looped but not looped. So it was like I wrote the verse and did it, and then just purposely went, okay, I need to do something different. So just put something different on.
Yeah.
Like the chords when I was working out, and then it just became, what do I do with that? And then it was like the do 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 do. I don't really know where that came from, but I have always liked Paul Simon, so I guess it's kind of like a Paul Simon-y nod, but it really was just something has to go there. And do 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 might have been also like just syllabically singing that just stuck, but it's a while ago now, so I can't remember all the details. But yeah, I think
So what are your favourite set of lyrics from the song and why?
Oh, um, I think your pop art hanging on a delicate frame, mix your wildflower with my pain. Now, I don't know if, again, without listening to it, I don't know if I sang pain or paint.
Right.
So I've never actually gone back, because if I sang paint, I wanted to sing pain. And if I sang pain, then I meant paint. So it could be either,
Just
to be honest.
Out.
You have to listen very carefully to hear if there's like a T when I do it. But yeah, that was not purposefully, but when it was sang in, I can't remember what I sang on the take.
Right.
And it wasn't something that I have to know what it is. It has to be this. It was just kind of whatever ended up being on it is what it is. I don't know what it is, so it could be either, basically.
Really? Listen out.
Which I don't know if many people do that in their songs, where it could be either song, could be either word, but yeah.
So how did you come up with the artwork?
The artwork is obviously self-explanatory with the flower thing, but it's consciously to lead on from the last thing, and the whole idea is like the store, the album is. It originally was called Sketches, as like a working title before anything existed, because it was meant to be a return to, which is something I've not done for a long time. It's like open book, write down lyrics, and do full songs on the guitar rather than produce it, and then work it out. So the artwork is to kind of keep that Sketches thing alive. Across all of the singles, really. I don't know what I'm doing for the album artwork yet. I've got no idea for
that. So are there any special things in the song that people should listen out for?
Yeah, there's a vibra slap, which is one of those instruments that goes, that was put in by Nat, the guy who I mix with, and he had the song. I was like, oh, I need this. There's also something that I did in the 8/2. We used to have, it's quite formulaic, really, if I'm honest, but we used to have like the lead vocals, the backing vocals, and then gangs, and then we do a thing called Whoops and Happiness.
Okay.
And because I played it all myself, I didn't have an environment to record.
Okay.
It was just me going da 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 da. There wasn't like oh, what do you think of that, blah blah blah. So the Whoops and Happiness track was brilliant, so much fun, but it's me having fun listening to myself, and there's some funny, I can't remember if it's in this one, if there's another one, but there's some funny things in the background of that. Like, obviously there are Whoops and Happiness, but I think there's some like phrases that you might hear. Like, there's definitely like a, oh my Wildflower. I think that was done in a funny voice. Again, without listening to that track on its own, I couldn't tell you, but
to listen out for.
Yes, it's a detail to listen for.
So if you're introducing someone to your music, other than this song, what other song would you recommend they listen to first?
Ooh, well, I always tell people to go to Fallen for You, because that is like the highest stream. So I always go off the thing that, well, clearly most people must like that. But if I was, so I would say Fallen for You for that reason. But if I was to go with where I would go in next, then I would say Maypole Days, I think. Because that's really where the album began, that song. So yeah.
Two of my favourites of yours as well. So.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad.
So finally, what's next for you?
What's next right now? I'm going on stage. um, so there'll be more releases, and then there will be an album, and then there'll be something else, and then there'll probably be another one. Not far after. So yeah, I think that's me.
Nice.
So
So a massive thank you, Ollie, for joining me on Totally Music. And if anyone would like to check out Ollie's music, I'll leave all the links in the description below for you.
thank you very much. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, flower, wildflower.